So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Even 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Weaver. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Rodgers here from the gun. This is hauled in by Weaver. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for George Pickens that time. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. The kick by Shudak is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Play action with Richardson. He's on the move, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Another try following the sack. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. It's caught, 1. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Jaguars football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, ball at the 36. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught by his back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Like, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars stretch their early lead to 9. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars go up 10-zip here in the 1st. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Richardson now. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They have it on 2nd and short. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, third down. Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
It's 2nd and inches at the Jaguars' 40-yard line.
Tight end going in motion here. 2nd down carry for Taylor. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Off the plate fake, he'll throw. Brought in right side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Darnell Savage brings that to an end.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Man in motion, headed right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Just 2 yards there on 2nd and goal, and still a ways to go now on 3rd.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Richardson. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
The give here on 2nd. Broke through the tackle. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Here's 2nd and 5. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Sending a receiver left. Again, Rodgers. Buys time, rolling right. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing once again, Rodgers. He's got Thomas on the slant. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll throw again, Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, and it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Throwing again. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Oh, and it's no good. Just his second missed extra point of this season, and they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. First and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action with Richardson. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They send a man in motion. Second and 3. Devin Lloyd making the play. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up third and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable second down, well, you've got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
They connect on the deep shot. Has a hole left, room to run. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get more points to end a lopsided first half. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars push the lead to 20. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this is going to be a touchback, and with our new kickoff rules starting this year, the ball only comes out to that 20-yard line. One last play before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going play action. This finds Mitchell complete. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Offense set for a first and 10. Richardson back to throw. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives them first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll send him over right. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts drop the lead back to 13. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, a couple yards short at the 23. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is hauled in by Weaver. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Completed here to Pickens. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing on first down, Rodgers. That's Thomas. He's got it. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just...
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Colts have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run, ETN. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on...
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
First down throw here from Richardson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They've got a man in motion. Richardson on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They'll throw again. Richardson. He's got it to his running back. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And wait, what's this? They fake the spike. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Richardson now on 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hits his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Darnell Savage with the pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Rodgers here from the gun. Able to find Strange here. Down the left sideline he goes. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Receiver in motion, headed right. 2nd and 1. Chased out to his right. Throw right side finds Pittman. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
At the 48-yard line.
Throwing now, Richardson. Warren's got it, complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Mitchell will go in motion right. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they pick him off again. Devin Lloyd making the play.
Intercepted from the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Colts get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Now, in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw of some kind of way and avoiding a safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
1st and goal. Here's Taylor. Scores. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Colts get it back to a 19-point deficit.
17. Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Jaguars about set to celebrate this win. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Another carry for him. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's 4th down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp coming to life when it matters.
On fourth down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this gets all the way down inside the 5. The officials blow it dead at the 4-yard line. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Catch made by Mitchell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. So for Brock Ewart,